I'm telling you, tons and tons of Trump supporters, like some of the biggest names,
everybody
were in his comments like, this is trash, this is not what we want, we're not about this, delete this immediately, like all kinds of stuff. I get it. Look, and I wanna say he's trolling because he's been trolling a lot lately, but this was completely classless, bro. Yeah. And I don't give a damn. Like I'm a Trump supporter, everyone knows this. I do not want this whole Gaza Strip thing to turn into his monument with his golden statues and golden, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, come on, bro. Like, don't give people a bad taste in their mouths that support you. You know what I mean? By doing stuff like that. Like, trolling's one thing, but like that was above and beyond.
Yep. But to put him, Elon Musk, and Netanyahu in it, like, and then belly dancers with beards and stuff.
And he
like,
shared it, so it speaks high. You know, it speaks a lot to like the conspiracies, especially with all the Israel collusion and all that nonsense. Like, dude, if it's not true, don't reshare stuff like that. And I don't think he created it. I'm sure someone else created it. He thought it was funny. Welcome back to another episode of Ill Eagle Red Tape Talk. I am your host, John Ostos, a.k.a. Ill Eagle CEO, and I'm here with my two counterparts, Dion Two Cup Larry and Cody Big Meat Mauk. And today we have another episode of What in the World? And boy, do we have a lot of questions about what's going on right now.
A lot of weird stuff.
Yeah.
Not a lot of answers.
So let's start with number one real quick, which is everyone's algorithms were tuned in to some crazy, violent, gory stuff recently on Instagram, huh?
Yeah, I watched plenty of fight videos yesterday. It was pretty interesting. And then I saw a really gruesome one right after I had saw a comment that had said, "This is not a coincidence. People are seeing a lot of fight videos today because they want you to see a lot of fight videos today." And then I sent you guys a video of an elephant that was getting poked by a guy who was trying to push it somewhere. And the elephant went ahead and folded the guy up like a accordion. So
and it was like
slow
and
painfully.
Very slow and painful. I thought he was going to get away for a second, and then he just did not get up or move and then got folded.
I'm sure his legs were crushed as soon as he got stepped on.
It was weird because the elephant didn't like put all its weight on him at first when he was like on his legs and his legs were crossed.
Yeah.
But then
so elephants are really intelligent and they're very spiteful.
Yeah.
Like they'll remember.
Yeah, they don't
everything.
forget.
They don't forget.
They don't forget.
So that elephant probably had a chip on its shoulder for a while, and it's like, you know what?
Well, you seen the guy was like whipping him with a stick the whole time.
Yeah.
You know, they're trying to train him, I'm sure, but the elephant didn't take
the elephant said, "Nope, today's the day,"
which is just crazy. And then this morning we woke up and we saw that video of them apologizing, Instagram apologizing and saying
their algorithms messed up, and
and it was their fault.
A lot of weird coincidences, huh? Because we just had the other one too with the whole Trump racist thing on the Apple iPhones, and Apple was trying to say it was some kind of a glitch or something too. Like, yeah, right, bro. You know what I mean? And then too, like local news. I don't know if you guys saw local news posting about it. You know how they just like to like cover up, for the way things look, and they wrote it like, oh, Donald Trump's name was coming up whenever you would type any word starting with an R. And I'm just like, nope, it was racist. That's the word, not other R's, And people were like, how about and all this stuff in the comments. I'm just like, good God, this world is fucking delusional, man.
Yeah.
Who owns Apple? Isn't it Tim Cook or something like that?
Yeah.
CEO.
He's the CEO, yeah.
Didn't they promise like $500 billion to the United States?
Yeah, and I think Trump had commented or something saying that they need to get after people in their company, straighten it out.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
for him
$500 billion into America with another 20,000 jobs coming here.
Yeah.
Which, at the rate of Apple, they probably mean like 20,000. I meant 20,000. Did I say 20 million? jobs,
I think
20,000
20,000.
jobs.
Yeah.
But yeah, in AI, you know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be humans they got jobs for. I'm willing to bet it's going to be a bunch of AI stuff. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
creating American workforce through AI possibly.
Over 4 years, that's a lot of money and just a lot of money,
Yeah,
but not for them.
I mean, $500 billion is a lot of money for only 20,000 people.
Yeah.
So that's
Well,
what
I mean,
leads
if
me
we-
to speculate the amount of money that they're planning to invest has a lot to do with their efforts for AI.
They just got to put out like 4 phones to make it back. So
Yeah,
it's like,
right.
that's cool.
Yeah,
John, pull up that video I put in the collection. This might shine some light on some of the topics that we.
We'll be looking at the algorithm one.
It was pretty interesting because it kind of shines some light on basically everything that's been happening in the past 4.5 years.
This one?
No, did it not send? It's in the weekly topics one. Is that what you're in?
Yeah.
No.
That one, the first one. There you go.
All right, cool. Just bump this.
If you were evil and wanted to destroy America, how would you do it?
If I wanted to destroy America, 1. Divide society. Encourage division across political, racial, and ideological lines, amplifying conflicts that create distrust and weaken national unity. 2. Weaken education. Gradually lower standards and shift focus away from critical thinking, creating a population that's more easily influenced and less informed. 3. Damage public health. Promote widespread use of unhealthy foods, chemicals, and pharmaceuticals, leading to chronic illness and dependency. 4. Break community bonds. Undermine family and community structures by fostering isolation and individualism over collective support. 5. Control the narrative. Limit free speech and censor alternative viewpoints, creating a culture where people fear speaking openly. This would erode resilience, leaving the nation open to influence and control.
Sound familiar? If you were evil,
Pretty weird.
That is weird.
But
It's just weird how accurate it is.
it's just strange all of the past few events that were happening with Instagram and Apple.
They were getting
Like back to
close.
back.
They were getting real close to making that a reality for sure.
Yeah.
But I feel like people stood up a little bit, and now we're kind of on the backswing of that. So
Well, we might have been in trouble if it didn't go the way we wanted to.
yeah,
Probably like a fraction of an inch is what it took to change the course of history for the United States.
it's true. Very true. Very true. I think it's funny that we say, or Trump might have said that Apple needs to look at some of their employees when we recently saw what Donald Trump posted 2 days ago with an AI video of
Yeah, that's another
Trump
good
Gaza.
point there because, bro, that was just not a good look. And I'm telling you, tons and tons of Trump supporters, like some of the biggest names,
Everybody.
were in his comments like, this is trash. This is not what we want. We're not about this. Delete this immediately. Like all kinds of stuff. I get it. Look, and I want to say he's trolling because he's been trolling a lot lately, but this was completely classless, bro.
Yeah.
And I don't give a damn. Like I'm a Trump supporter. Everyone knows this. I do not want this whole Gaza Strip thing to turn into his monument with his golden statues and golden, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, come on, bro. Like, don't give people a bad taste in their mouths that support you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
By doing stuff like that. Like, trolling's one thing, but
Yeah,
like that was
too
above
much.
and beyond.
Yep.
But to put him, Elon Musk, and Netanyahu in it, like, and then belly dancers with beards and stuff.
And he
like,
shared
was just-
it, so it speaks high. You know, it speaks a lot to like the conspiracies, especially with all the Israel collusion and all that nonsense. Like, dude, if it's not true, don't reshare stuff like that. And I don't think he created it. I'm sure someone else created it. He thought it was funny and he shared it, but nobody else agreed with him. Not even his supporters, bro.
No,
His
not one
son,
bit.
I saw he reshared it and kind of like put LOL or something like that. You know what I mean? That his dad shared it, but that was about it. But I
Yeah.
think he did that to try to make everyone understand it was a troll. But now it looks like he's staging that, though.
I was shocked that he kept it up. My main thing when I sent it, I was like, dude, I wonder how long this is going to stay up, but it already had up. 100 mil.
It had more views than anything on his page.
Yeah, it was
like
insane.
Everything on his page had 5 to 10 million, and that one at the time within a couple hours had quadruple that.
Yeah.
So and
it's
now
crazy
even
though, because
further.
I haven't seen anything on mainstream media talk about it. I thought CNN would have
take that and run
ape
with
shit.
it.
Well,
Isn't
they
that
fired
weird?
everyone.
MSNBC.
They fired everyone at all these news channels recently.
They did, but it just
And that's another topic too, bro. I wanted to bring up about the firing of Joy and all these different people, because this is proof. U.S. aid shut them down. The only reason why CNN and all these news stations and all these segments that they were running were able to be there was because they were being funded, because the left government was funding them to be these corrupt anti-Trump organizations. And soon as they lost all that funding, the actual business itself of CNN and all the other news stations don't have the funds to support these lame ass shows who get no air, ratings. So they lost because USAID was shut down.
Yeah,
100%. It was being funded by USAID. That's why they were able to be around for the last 4 years, trash talking Trump, even though the majority of the world population, but the nation of America, the majority of them did not agree or participate in that ideology, but they were still doing it because there was hundreds of millions of dollars being funneled to them to support them doing that nonsense.
Paid for by us.
Yeah. Paid for by us, essentially. So now they've lost all that, and now they're losing their minds, and so they're having to fire people and shut shit down. And these people are like Joey going on, being like, I don't understand. I had a great show. I talked about good. It's like, no, you were all misled. You were all used like fucking pawns, like we've talked about time and time again. These people don't even know that they're the pawns. These are what we talk about when we say these are the what do we say? Useless idiots or useful idiots, right? Yeah. They're being used to fulfill this agenda. They're being encouraged and told, just like the DEI hires that were in federal government, they were like, yeah, you're great for the job. Just do what we tell you to do and you'll look like you're a standout.
Yeah.
And so then they were tricked into saying and doing stupid stuff and make like Biden signing, legislation and executive orders that he had no clue what he was signing. They put him in office on purpose because they knew
this.
Yeah, they knew that they could dupe him. But same with all the news, same with all these other people. So yes, the shutting down of USAID, I don't think anyone will really ever understand the scope of how big and how important that was to do. Because yes, there's a lot of collateral damage happening, right? But most of the people that lost their jobs should have never had them to begin with.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not Trump who did that to them. It was the Biden administration.
And people are still freaking out about Doge and what they're doing. It's mind-boggling to me.
It is.
It's so mind-boggling.
It really speaks to IQs for me.
Even when Elon said, "All right, you guys need to give me 4 or 5 bullet points responding of what you guys did the past week," and people lost their minds.
Yeah.
Said, what? No,
that's how a fucking business works. That's how a job works, bro.
Crap. Are you serious?
That's how a job works. You have to report. You can't just do whatever you want all day, every day, especially in federal government on taxpayer dollars, bro.
Yeah, the weird thing is like some of the comments I saw into that one was that people were like, well, don't you have to tell them what they're supposed to do first and then they do it and then they can report back? It's like, no, they know what they're supposed to do already.
If they weren't DEI, they would have known.
You're supposed to know it.
You should be knowing what you're going to be doing day to day. I mean, the American taxpayer pays for all these agencies to do their jobs.
Yeah.
Right?
And then most jobs nowadays, you create your goal pertaining to what you're supposed to do and you succeed it and you tell them how you did it. That's what you do.
But not only that, he wanted to sort out which jobs were just made up too and find out those ones.
Oh, and then the million people who haven't responded, it wasn't 1,000 people who haven't responded to the email. And he's like, well, some of these people probably aren't real.
Yeah.
And that's a scary thing that there's fake people in our government getting paid and we have no clue where it's going.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just insane.
Yeah. That's crazy.
My man's in them. So here's another one. Did you guys see that one about the House Judiciary GOP page posted the Epstein files link, and then when you clicked on it, it was the Rick roll?
What?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, bro. Look at this. See if I can open this joint. Oh, let's go back. I don't know what's going on with this volume stuff. Maybe this computer's taking a shit on me. Look at that, it's off again.
Just hit it on the, yeah.
Isn't that odd? So yeah, look, Epstein files released, and it gives a link. But then here the, what do they call this shit?
Rickroll.
The context of it though, like when.
Oh, community notes.
Community notes, yeah. The link provided does not contain the Epstein files. The link plays a Rick Astley music video instead. So they legit did that. So yeah, real funny.
That Rickroll, dude.
Yeah, real funny.
Is that the official account though?
Yeah, it was. It was
sure?
the official account. Yeah.
Did you go to
Tons of people were posting it. I think they deleted it after they caught flack for it.
I'd hope so.
Yeah.
What is it? House
Judiciary, GOP.
See, bro, I just don't know. It's all a game today for them. It's funny.
Everything is, yeah. And then Trump doesn't help things by being one of them.
Yeah.
By posting the stuff he's posting on his page. And
Yeah,
stuff,
it's like, who can we take serious, right?
Yeah,
Today
exactly.
there was nobody you
Yes.
could take serious. It's
Bingo.
pretty crazy. Like, what is this? You got rickrolled.
Okay. It's like they
From Gaza,
it's like
number
the
one.
post is- the post itself is there, but the video is not there.
The link. Click the link.
Oh, it's just a link.
Yeah, you got to click the link to open the files, bro.
Redirects to YouTube.
Yeah. Fair warning.
So it's still up?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Dude, holy shit.
But again, like Dion said, bro,
1, 2,
we
3,
can't
4,
take nobody serious right now, which is not a
1.6
good look.
billion views.
That's not a good look.
Bro, is he alive still? No,
I
right?
don't think so.
Rick
I
Astley?
thought they were actually going to take that video down because people were doing that. But
I don't know.
I don't know. That's really strange.
That's insane.
Odd, bro. It's odd.
Why would they keep it?
But on that note, we're here at the Epstein files.
John Rich said, "What idiot is running this handle?" Wow.
The Epstein client list did not come out as promised. A lot of people had something to say about that. For example, PBD, something strange is taking place with the Epstein files. If the Epstein files would incriminate many billionaires and politicians, how far do you think they would go to prevent it from being released? If that's the case, every strategy, good, bad, ugly, is on the table.
Yeah.
Makes a solid point.
But how much power do these people have?
But here, so it gets deeper. Watch. Check this one out now. Breaking. Social media influencers who received the Epstein binder were caught posting identical messages, making it seem like a coordinated advertisement.
Whoa.
Yeah. So DC Drano and this Chad Prather guy all posted exactly the same script about receiving them. Again, too.
Why?
But here's why did they get the files before everybody? That doesn't make. Why would you give it to these, online influencer journalist people and say, here you go, you know what I mean? And then have them all go out and start sharing the news. Like, that's crazy. So, yeah, this all looks like a big charade, man. It doesn't look good for the Trump administration. It's very unimpressive. And if you ask me, it's 100% classless for how serious all of this is supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's absolutely classless.
My thing is like when you put this list out and a real list, because obviously we have a list, does that ultimately incriminate these people in your mind? Since it's with children, like you almost have to just say, hey, you fucked with them, you're done? Or how does that go?
Are you saying like when we see the actual list?
Yeah, because it doesn't mean these people are having charges brought against them yet,
Well, no, but they did. Pam Bondi did say that, they expect charges to come once this list is released and it's public, because the charges were never, given because it was under the Biden administration and they didn't touch this.
See, but then they're going to have to go through all of the info that they have, all the videos. They're going to have somebody watch all those videos, which is insane to think, like, to see who's on these tapes and what they did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't just, like, they've got a lot of road ahead of them to actually get anybody in prison, which I find outrageous. It's crazy. It's been, 4 years now, you said? 2018, 2019?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, yeah, I think he killed himself in 2019, right?
Yeah, that sounds right. So I don't know.
But yeah, you're spot on there with the heavily redacted phase 1 is.
Yeah. I mean,
Now,
we got access to it here. So this is on the FBI.gov website, the actual files that are being released. And I mean, you're looking at all the pages in, I believe, part 12, but just look at how much of this is redacted.
Yeah.
There's like hardly any print anywhere on it. It's all blank pages.
And then she came on Jesse Waters and was like, yeah, we're going to release them tomorrow. We're going to make sure that we protect the victims, because there's like 250 plus victims apparently. But the only thing is, it's like when you redact a name, it's just the name, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
These are like whole pages that are being redacted.
Yeah, entire paragraphs and pages that are literally redacted, which is crazy to me. And, you know, right now the Trump administration is all scrambling and saying, hey, you know, the FBI is playing with us and not giving us what we need, which we're supposed to be in control of that right now. And I understand, like, there's some legitimacy to some people still, you know, acting bad, but where's Kash Patel in all this? If he's this great leader that he was supposed to be, who was going to, you know, make heads fucking roll when he gets in, how did this happen without him overseeing this big, giant, you know, world, like, news breaking detail? He's just nowhere to be found in the mix of it, and nobody verified this. Even Pam Bondi herself said, yeah, I didn't get a chance to go through these, but I
haven't seen that, by the way.
So let me show you this. This is one of the influencers who was there that received this, and here's what she's saying.
File the Epstein files binder and show you what's in it, because this whole exercise is about transparency. And I wanted to address some of your concerns, but I want to start with what happened this morning. So this morning I was at the White House meeting with President Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance and Attorney General Pam Bondi and FBI Director Kash Patel. And they presented us with, let me show you. They presented us with a couple of things that I want to show you. And you'll have to forgive the background. We are right now in the airport. And they presented us with this binder. Now, this is the binder that I posted a picture of. You saw that. Millions of people saw that. It says on the front, the Epstein Files Phase 1 by order of Attorney General Pamela Bondi and FBI Director Kash Patel, the most transparent administration in history, the 45th and 47th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. Now, what's interesting is we're all waiting for bombshells, we're all waiting for juicy stuff, and that's not what's in this binder. That's not what's in this binder at all. And that's exactly how the Attorney General presented it to us. She handed us this binder and she said, the President of the United States, Donald Trump, has given me an order to declassify the Epstein files, and I have been quickly working on doing just that because we want to be the most transparent administration in history. We know that as of a week ago, she went on, I believe it was Fox News, and said that she had the Epstein files on her desk. And when I think it was Jesse Waters asked her, well, is there anything, have you found anything juicy yet? She said, not yet. So her message to me when she handed me this binder was, we expected to release bombshells. We expected to find the dark stuff, the dirty stuff, the names of the people that were involved in what Epstein was doing. And when these files were put on my desk and she was relating how she looked through them. She was relating how she looked through them. She said, it wasn't what I was expecting. And I said, is this it? Is this it? And she said, something is not right here. Now, just because she had that feeling, she still wanted to not only fulfill the president's order to release these, she wanted to do it in a timely manner. And so they prepared this binder. They were going to release what's in this binder, and I'll show you what's in it. It's also going to be available online here shortly, so that all of us can go through it. And we're going to talk about, too, how this has bypassed the legacy media and how this is the Trump administration is harnessing new media to release this sort of
Okay, so point in case here, they still handed these piece of crap things out. In interviews as of yesterday, I'm pretty sure she was like, oh, people are going to freak when they see what's in here. There's bad stuff and people are going to be charged. But then she still had the audacity to say, well, you know, because I want to be in order with Trump's directive, I'm still going to release these because we promise transparency.
But hold on.
It's almost like
listen to what she said, though. When she was talking about what Pam said, she's like, when she was saying, is this it? And she's like, something doesn't feel right.
Right.
Like,
But
she
that
knew
just feels
wasn't-
like bullshit to me.
it could be.
You know what I mean? That feels like like even if Pam really did say that, it feels like they're playing a fucking game with the American people right now.
My question is, if this Southern District FBI office in New York was holding the rest of them, or thousands of pages, like when did Pam know then, or did Pam know after?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it sounds like she got the report on her desk. She skimmed through it and was like, "This isn't the smoking gun I thought it was. Quick, put it together in a binder and let's give it to these influencers to be the new media under the Trump administration." But it's just like it's a joke. Like, what do you mean the new media? Like, you gave them nothing.
Yeah. So
You let them put out garbage.
I think is very odd that they would say that they're going to give this information to the new media, and what the new media decides to do is tell us that they got it and that's it. Like,
Yeah, they're like, "Here, we got it. We'll show it to you later."
Yeah.
But there's nothing to see.
and it's also going to come out when somebody does show it. So just so you know, we're not going to actually.
My biggest concern though is like, why didn't they? Where is Kash Patel in all this, bro? Like, he should have been overseeing this directive. He should have been right there, thumbing through the documents as they were being handed down. He should have been in office saying, "Who has them? Where are they? Let's go get them." Instead, he's just like, "All right, guys, do your job. I'm here now," and just kind of sits back. Like, of course, I'm speculating, but
Let's
bro,
flip the coin. Let's flip the coin. If there is people in that Southern District FBI that are withholding all of these documents against
we'll never hear of them.
against the Trump administration, right? So let me read this by Kash. He posted this about an hour and a half ago. The FBI is entering a new era, one that will be defined by integrity, accountability, and unwavering pursuit of justice. There will be no cover-ups, no missing documents, no stone left unturned, and anyone from the prior or current bureau who undermines this will be swiftly pursued. If there are gaps, we will find them. If records have been hidden, we will uncover them, and we will bring everything we find to the DOJ to be fully assessed and transparently disseminated to the American people as it should be. The oath we take is the Constitution. Under my leadership, that promise will be held without compromise. So, if there is people in that Southern District that are holding these documents, like Glenn Beck said, that's a cause for civil war. Internal civil war.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's absolutely right. They are going against the president's orders right now. Now, if that's the case, if that's true, they should be freaking rallying the troops, going to New York,
Right.
going through that building, arresting everybody in that building, kicking them out, and locking that building down.
But I believe that we'll never hear of who it was. We'll never hear of any reprimandation that happened or any consequence. They'll just be like, "We figured it out. Here they are." Or they'll just drag this on and they'll say things were actually permanently deleted. We no longer have access, and people's heads are going to roll. But that's
what
all
happened
we'll
with
get
Clinton.
from them. That's
That's
all
what
we'll
happened
get
with
from
Hillary.
them. I know, but it just makes it look bad, bro. It makes it look bad that they came in here with all these promises and all this, I'm the motherfucking man for the job and we're going to kill this and I'm going to show them how it's supposed to be done. Day one, promises kept, all this nonsense we keep hearing, and then they show up and they are just as incapable as the last administration.
If everything is deleted, like, the people who deleted it will not be found. That's the biggest thing.
They'll tell us they were, but they'll never tell us who they were.
Yeah.
They'll never show us the proof and evidence of these people.
And the thing is once you have a rat, there's more. It's not just the one. He's
for sure.
like, they're not alone.
But you have to think too, like, in terms of internal, civil war. These people made a declaration by making this move. That means that they've made the decision to go all out, to fight, to stand off, to directly disobey orders from the commander in chief of the United States, bro. So these people aren't just sitting in office like, "Oh, no one's going to find out who I am." They have to have done this and been like, "Bring it on.
Yeah.
Let's go." You know what I mean? That's like literally what has to be taking place at that FBI office. And I just don't buy that.
So my understanding, they released like roughly 200 pages or
Something
so,
like that,
or
yeah.
something. They're
that's
supposed
at
to be,
178 pages, I want to say.
Yeah.
so they're supposed to be like 2,000. That's
Yeah.
what I heard. Like 2,000 pages.
Yeah.
Of documents.
But that's the thing. Like,
But we have all this stuff already. This has already been leaked. All this information has already been made public. So they gave us what had already been released to the public previously. They gave us nothing new, yet they still called in the influencers. They made binders for them, gave them to them.
If I were them,
shared
I'd
the
be
link,
embarrassed.
yeah,
Like,
shared
I'd
the
be
link,
It would be
and said,
worthless.
"Go get it." You know, the files have been released. Blah blah blah. They did press con. They did all this nonsense, knowing there was jack shit inside of this.
Yeah.
That just seems like they're feeding us.
Well, and then all day, that's all we were talking
Yeah.
about was
Yeah.
trying to see this or
This
when it's
pod
going to
was
come
supposed
out
to
or
be
what is
us
it going to be.
dissecting the files, bro, and going ooh ah. Instead, we're just like, damn it,
Yeah.
it's still the same government.
But so, do you think that those flight logs that were released on WikiLeaks, you think they're legit?
Potentially, but we need confirmation to know that.
I know that's what bothers me. It's like
Yeah.
the names on there would check out, right?
Right.
But it's just like you want that confirmation to know that it's legit.
See, and that's what I was expecting. So I wasn't going to be too excited today. I was like, well, we already kind of have the list.
Yeah.
I could assume that list is pretty accurate. But
Yep.
again, it's just.
What makes me the most mad about it too is how, everyone on the left and all the naysayers about Trump and stuff have been calling this, bro. You know what I mean?
Trending. Look what's trending. Nothing burger.
Nothing burger. That's exactly what we got, was a big fat nothing burger, bro.
Yeah.
That's why that shit is trending.
See, between the Epstein list and the Diddy list, I don't know. Some people are going to have to make some big come ups in the world because, like, they're going to just leave the being a celebrity open. Like, they're all going to be going to jail. This is it.
You mean if it's revealed?
If it's, well, hopefully, yeah. Diddy one is somebody's getting revealed there. And I can't imagine there's a world where Jay-Z can get out of this, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I'll say it one more time until it happens. I don't think Jay-Z can get out of this. Beyonce maybe could get out of it. I don't think Jay-Z's getting out.
She
I
can
think
play dumb and innocent and
she can try.
led by led
You
blindly.
think he'll fall on that sword?
No, he won't fall on the sword. I think that they got him.
They have him.
Yeah, I think.
No,
they
I
just
mean
got
like
him.
with her, like he'll try to protect her from.
Well, they got so many
Oh, yeah, I
kids.
don't
They
know.
got kids.
He
and
might.
stuff,
He
don't
might
they?
because of the kids. But if he doesn't really care about
Listen,
kids,
Beyonce,
like
I'll do
you know what I
one for
mean.
you.
But like, there's a chance that he might, for the sake of her being the one with access to all the money to help him and keep him, good for the time being.
I don't know.
It's
He's gonna
hard
get.
to say.
He's getting killed in prison. Like even
Yeah, I
if
don't
they
know,
hold
man.
him, he'll have to stay there forever in
Yeah.
solitude.
But I mean,
like
they said the same about Diddy, and he's fucking riding motorcycles inside of prison, bro. They're giving him freedom to cruise around on little dirt bikes in circles and shit. You know what I mean?
Wait a minute, wasn't that an old video though?
No, I don't know.
I saw a video just the other day. I don't know if I sent it to you
My
guys.
point is, he's living, bro, and he's doing fine.
Well,
You know what I mean?
And he's probably, getting that thing.
Yeah, he's getting what he likes. Yeah,
Yeah, they can't
Yeah.
even rape him because he
no baby oil.
Oh, I can't
though.
say that
They're
one.
hitting him dry.
Yeah, no baby oil.
Yeah, I saw a video just yesterday, I think it was, and it was Diddy talking to his son over the phone. I don't know if it's real or not.
Yeah,
because
I've seen that too. In fact, you sent that, the other
Yeah, I
day.
did.
It was Whack 100 was talking about, but I had seen
Yeah,
that
yeah,
video
yeah.
a long time ago, and they said it was but yeah, Diddy's telling him throw out all the pizza boxes,
Yep.
like get rid of and
He said,
do
"Have you
this."
heard from Jay-Z?" And he
Yeah.
says, his son says, "No, I haven't. He's ghosting me." And he said, "Go to Universal and tell him that I got the pizza boxes and I'll let him go. Or it's scheduled to get out. The new movie on Netflix is scheduled to come out soon if they don't go ahead and get back to me." Is what he said. So.
Is that a reference to something?
That's a reference to
Jay-Z?
he's got a bunch of
Like,
tapes.
we don't know, like we don't have the legend of what it means, but like you can make an obvious assumption.
tapes.
Yeah, he's talking about I got footage, and that footage is going to get released if Jay-Z doesn't respond.
He says go and throw out all the pizza boxes like we've talked about.
Yeah,
Like he's making it very obvious what he's saying.
he's talking in code.
Yeah, but how do they? Yeah, but the FBI has the pizza boxes.
No, I
the
think he's
tapes.
talking about some stuff that they didn't get.
Oh,
You know what I mean? I think he has something stashed somewhere that only his sons maybe know about.
true.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
Like as for leverage and whatnot.
yeah.
That he probably put in a safe spot.
Yeah, it wasn't in any of his houses or anything where anyone could just raid him and find it. It's somewhere else.
True.
Yeah, and then he
Wow.
said they're gonna release it if they don't start talking. So
And now Diddy's lawyer abandoned him.
he abandoned
Yeah,
him.
bro.
Oh man.
So
Which doesn't look good. He didn't
Oh.
exactly say why either. He just said he can no
Can't do
longer.
yeah, but he made it like that's aggressive to
That
say
is
that.
aggressive.
I can't even do this right now. Like he's like, no.
Well, and this guy's known for
Osama bin Laden.
Yeah, Osama bin Laden. Like
Criminal.
he's known for defending
Yeah.
crooked, corrupt people, bro. But this one, he don't want nothing to do with.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
That's pretty sus.
Yeah.
What did he defend Osama bin Laden for? That's what I didn't know. I just
Knows,
saw
bro.
that like
Probably his
back in the day when he
state,
was
maybe. I don't know.
Maybe I'm sure it was like some kind of fake falling out with America after we were done training him to be who he is. You know what I mean? They had to stage something fake. They gave this guy a bunch of money. He said, "Pretend you're fighting a case, and
I was gonna
you'll
say
be rich."
it has to be in the time when he was here, you would think, obviously. So I don't know. It's weird. It's a very weird situation.
Well, I think that he was involved with the 1992 Twin Towers attack.
Okay.
Yeah, that could have been probably what it
Is that the one where a bomber crashed into him? Wasn't there like a B-52 bomber that crashed into the Twin Towers at one point and
I know
did
it was
like
I'm
very
pretty
minimal
sure
damage?
Yeah, it was minimal damage, but I'm pretty sure it was I think it was a plane. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah.
The video of Alex Jones saying that they were burning the Epstein files and that's why they didn't want cash to get in. That was probably like the most like calm and real that I've ever seen him. And I was like, I appreciate that. I wish he did.
burning the Epstein files as we speak right now.
Yeah. Jay sent me that. Like he said, whistleblowers destroying Epstein evidence. Sent it to me. I said, you know, Alex Jones is the whistleblower, right? That shit made me laugh.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's crazy.
And then Kanye West slept with Donald Trump's daughter.
Supposedly. Should we bump that real quick?
I think we might as well.
Let's see. I can't figure out why it's double playing the volume. Let me try.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering that.
It's got to be something.
It's never done that before, so like everything's
the
being weird
connected
with this.
TV.
I'm gonna try and go here and see what happens.
Is it on mute again?
No, it's on.
I think it's just not the right speaker selection, but
Bum bum bum.
Reset sound devices and volumes for all.
What do you think
No,
Kanye is
maybe
trying
not.
to achieve?
He's gonna drop his album soon.
You think that's what it is?
Yeah, I think.
Like a new album?
Yep.
He just dropped one.
Mm,
yeah, it's playing on both still.
like 2 years last year.
I mean,
He's a rapper, dog. He's really a rapper. He's really out here in these streets rapping.
He's out here in these streets.
No,
do you think that him and Bianca are still?
They are together. No, I don't know where they came up with that rumor unless he's lying to us about them not being together, but I don't know how that would benefit him. He just posted. So she was in like a small film, and I don't know if you've seen that, right? Somebody posted that or sent it to in the chat, I think. But she made a small film and he produced it, and he's been posting that just like last week. So like I doubt they're not together, but he even said, or someone on his account came out and said, we will let you know any info that comes out about their relationship. We've always been honest and transparent with that. So he said, but whoever started this is lying and it's fake news.
Oh,
So
interesting.
yeah. So I don't know, but
Do
he
you
is.
think he's trying to like get into people's algorithms and?
I think so. I mean, I don't think this is the best way to do it, but maybe he's just running out of options.
Let's check it out. Let's see.
Is at it again? Fuck the news. Turn of the century. Going through these Kanye tweets. He said some. Hold on. Kanye said, George Farmer, I did not F your wife. Rest easy. Gerard Kushner on the other. Bro, that's Ivanka Trump's husband. Kanye just went on Elon Musk's Twitter and just said, the president's daughter. This ninja just said.
He's whispering. I'm perplexed.
So yeah, I don't know.
I'm guessing that he's not a fan of Trump anymore.
Kanye's
Kanye
not
West?
a fan of anyone anymore, but
He's
himself.
a fan of himself, yeah, for sure.
He even acts like him and Game are homies, and he was trolling Game on his social media
I
the
saw
other day.
that. Like, didn't he like just produce a song for him or something?
Yeah, and he gave him 2 Bentleys, 2 chrome Bentleys as well.
Dude, he's trolled everybody, and now he was on Kendrick Lamar after the Super Bowl. He was on Drake after he was on Kendrick.
Yep.
Like he does what he wants.
I think they got him again, bro. He's drugged up.
I don't know,
You think
man.
he's huffing?
I don't
Huffing
know.
the
I
nitrous?
think that's just a nice excuse for his behavior to cover up the fact that they're controlling him. Who knows, man?
But why?
Just think, bro. Like, we believe MK Ultra is real. Is that the consensus? Like, we
Yes.
know that they've been practicing this in the 50s. It's documented on the CIA's website, bro. We believe this to be true.
For sure.
So who's to say they haven't evolved that ability and that they can't just MK Ultra these dudes so easily?
just a
and-
long-term control them,
Yeah,
though?
bro. It's triggers. It's random triggers. That's all they need. You know, a certain, word or a certain, symbol or
Well,
anything.
what are they using him for?
Well, I think they're just shutting him up because he's speaking too much truth, bro.
So do you think?
He admitted his mom was a sacrifice
He did
in
say that.
concert, bro.
Yeah,
And
and
in front of 60,000 people. He said he sacrificed his mom for riches and fame.
Yeah.
I
So
just
these
saw a
people are
tweet,
like,
too.
oh, dude, he's talking too much. He's telling the truth. We need to shut him down, but we need to make him look crazy because he said so much truth.
Yeah.
And so then they brainwash him or MK Ultra him, and then all of a sudden he's acting like a loser goofball, and he's doing the most extreme thing with the swastikas and the being anti-Jew and all that stuff. Like it seems wild and crazy, but it's almost seems too perfectly wild and crazy.
But with everybody being so pro-Jew and him being anti-Jew, why would they do that? That's what I don't get. That doesn't.
So
make sense.
wasn't the rumor? I thought I was talking to one of you guys, but I think maybe it was Jordan at the gym that Bianca Sensori was a plant. She's a Fed or a CIA agent
God,
or
I
something.
hope so.
And that she was sent to
She'd be the hottest plant.
but she's the reason why he's where he's at. Like she's the one that's doing this to him.
She's
But that he knows it
And that's why
supposedly,
he's making her.
and
do
that's
what
why
she-
he's
I seen
making
that
her do
too.
all these things.
Yeah, or we talked about
like
it. one of the
he
two.
knows it, but he didn't let her know he knows it or something. And that's why he's treating her the way he's treating her.
Yeah,
like making her be naked and stuff.
Yeah.
yeah. That's why he's exposing her like
Yeah.
the way he is.
Because he knows she's a Mossad agent or some nonsense like that. This is all rumor. This is all
I saw that
conspiracy
too,
theory.
or
But
we
yeah,
talked about it. One of the
It is
two.
wild though to see the shift because like he was like a preacher
Yeah.
for a while,
Yeah.
and then now he's like,
they're making him. But
So
bro, they
strange.
do this to Justin Bieber too.
yeah, Bieber.
Yeah, he's
And
back
we know-
tweaking out
weird.
though,
and we know
he's
Bieber-
tweaking out now
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
Yeah,
He
was
tweaking.
He
Yeah,
was
I
on
know,
the
but
video live
is he?
smoking, just smiling like this. And then Jada Pinkett Smith and him kissing or whatever, or getting up all close on each other when they go to parties is crazy. You guys see those videos?
Well, Jada Pinkett.
The guy, whatever the boy's name is,
Oh,
or Will Smith's son.
Yeah, I was like, Jada's his wife, but she looks like she could be a man.
No, that's the girl too.
Jaden.
Jaden.
Jaden Smith.
Jaden Pinkett Smith goes up behind Justin
It's
Bieber.
not Pinkett. It's just Jaden Smith.
The boy, right? The little boy,
Yeah.
he goes up,
Little boy.
he grabs Justin Bieber from
And
behind.
humps him
and
from
it's-
behind, yeah,
it's
and
like,
kisses his neck.
that was not the first time. That
And
was,
Bieber just turned around and was like, oh, it's you.
there's another video of them doing that more recently.
Yeah.
So like,
Man.
But you know how dudes in your generation do, bro.
That's-
They love to
that's
play
not my
gay boys with each
Yeah.
other,
not
man.
my
That's how you guys
generation.
say
They be
hi,
commenting on each other. "Ooh, look at you, sexy, looking good,
Yeah.
daddy." They call C-Bum daddy, bro. Like, come on, like
That's
this is your
not me.
generation. Maybe
Not
they're
me
just
at all.
maybe they're just joshing, bro.
He's like, watch this, camera's getting him. I'm gonna
Yeah.
embarrass him right
Hey,
now.
you guys want to see something funny? Watch how I Justin.
that will be kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie, but I wouldn't do it. Still, that's
Yeah.
messed up.
It's
messed
all
up.
weird, man. That's for sure.
yeah, that guy he's a long ways from baby.
But it's sad because
It is.
if you look at like there's a specific video, but there's been multiple videos where he's like, if you look at all the writing in the video, like on the walls and all that, there's all kinds of subliminal messages, like weird stuff, bro.
Yeah.
And so yeah, something's up. We live in a really weird time. Being a conspiracy theorist is crazy because the stuff that comes out, I agree 100%. It's far-fetched, weird, wild movies kind of stuff. But man, year by year, it all continues to come true.
Yeah.
Who would have ever thought something like Epstein even existed? And now we're talking about Epstein's situation just being the brink of it all, bro. We're just barely touching the surface level of what really, it's so much deeper and darker than Epstein. He was just one of the handlers. You know what I mean? So like at one point, Epstein seemed the idea of him catching everyone up, celebrities and elite, people, presidents and all these things, like, yeah, that's movie stuff, bro. The bad guys and the people trying to take over the world, that's all stuff from the movies. But now we're learning, man, Epstein was just light work.
Yeah.
Dude, I think that the Trump administration might have backed themselves into a wall here by saying that they're going to release it. And then just, if they don't release everything,
it's going to be bad.
It'll be bad because
Yeah.
people will lose trust.
Yeah,
and
well,
then turn on them.
Yep.
especially when you have people saying when they're talking about releasing the information, promises made is promises kept. So that's not, you're going to use the
And that's
model
their
in-
excuse for releasing garbage to us today.
Yeah.
Because, I wanted to make sure we released, as through Trump's directive, I wanted to make sure we got it out.
Yeah.
You didn't make sure you got it out.
Yeah.
You put out bullshit. So that wasn't you making sure. That's you gaslighting the situation.
See,
as the way it looks to America right now.
and that's going to be super tough, especially thinking like, oh, we might even be able to get to see the JFK stuff, the RFK stuff,
Yeah,
the
right.
MLK stuff. Like,
UAP.
is any of that information going to be just completely? Is it all going to be just completely redacted, and we're not
Right.
going to get anything
Right.
extra really? Or
We're going to release these files with nothing to see. It's just
Yeah.
like, well, that's not transparency.
Yeah,
They promised us transparency. They said this is the most transparent administration in the history of the presidency.
Not yet.
Where?
See, but the thing we know is especially with the assassinations, it's there was somebody in our government that conspired with whoever killed those people.
Yeah. Which the conspiracy theories say is who, Cody?
Mossad.
Mossad. Where are they from?
Israel.
What's in Israel?
Yudin.
Yamakas.
That's not good. That's what I'm
It
saying.
looks
So-
bad. You know what I mean? Even if it's not true, it just looks bad because the dots are very easily connected. And maybe they made it look that way on purpose. I don't know. But man, there's just so much. They can't control the information anymore. That's the problem. And you got people spewing garbage. You got people spewing facts, but it all blends together and it's hard to know which is which anymore. So you just kind of got to look at all of it with, some speculative goggles and be like, okay, this can add up. If it's real, it definitely works. You know what I mean? So
The more I think about it, the more I fully.
You're an anti-Semite too now?
No, I fully think that they are not gonna let out any important information.
There's no way. Not if it's what we believe it is.
Exactly.
They're not
the
going to
trust
release
would
it,
just
bro.
be shattered.
Yeah, because you know what else? Then they would have to go after all these people truthfully.
Exactly.
And that would change the course of humanity forever forward, bro. Because you're talking probably half of Hollywood and every government official on both sides of the parties, bro. Like, there's going to be so many people that have to go down. And then what you're left with is the image of Trump and just his people are the last ones standing. And that's going to create a whole new speculation. You're telling me all these people were the good guys only?
Yep.
And they took everyone else down? Or was this the power move everyone was making to wait? You know what I mean?
But my thing with that is Biden had this for 4 years.
Yeah.
If Trump or anybody related to Trump was on there, they would have went after him.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're right. You're right. That would have been the case. Unless they're all in on it together.
Which is very likely.
And this was all just the setup from the beginning. Think about everyone loves Trump. He's the world-renowned president of just the United States, but everyone wants him for their president. We're all confident this is the guy. He's going to save the day. This would be the perfect setup, bro. Perfect setup. And then he comes in and he starts making decisions like, this is what's best for America. Just trust me. You know what I mean? Then he shares that Gaza video and gives everyone a bad taste. And we're like, wait a minute, this makes it look like the left was right about who you are and what you're going to try to do with all this power. You know, and it looks bad, bro. It looks so bad. All of this looks like shit. He was doing really good up until the last couple of days. And now he's making some decisions and his administration is doing some things that look pretty shitty. But I will say this in all fairness, bro, he's allowed to fuck up. They all make mistakes. They all make some bad decisions. They all fumble on things, you know what I mean? And he's just one man. His administration is going to have people that are fumbling too. Everyone in office right now is new to their positions, and they have a lot of uphill battles to work against to get in. So to be fair, they're going to make mistakes. They're going to fuck up, and hopefully this is just one of the few that they're going to make in their, time in office here. But it looks really bad. It's a really bad mistake to make out the gate, because he's been on 100% since he stepped into office, bro, and we've been excited. We've been backing him, but we've all said that, the second that he starts doing suspicious things or fucking up, we're going to call him out on it, and that's what we're doing. I don't know if it's factual, but we're calling it out at least.
Yeah, I'm still with the backing themselves in the wall. I think that if nobody's held accountable, I think that
it's a bad deal.
Just as bad.
It's a bad deal for sure.
Because when they come out and say, like, it's shocking, or you guys won't believe what is in this, and all these like little one-liners, and they don't do anything, it's like, okay, well, what was the point of that? Like, people need to be held accountable for this.
Agreed.
Yeah, for sure. But I just don't see it happening. I feel like we're gonna just get drug on with this information. I don't think that's.
John, you better read that.
I am reading it. They literally hid everything that implicated Mossad's connection in the Jeffrey Epstein case.
Well, how would you know that?
Yeah,
fucking redacted.
Where's the evidence of such, other than saying it? You know what I mean? You see this one?
That's like the new format of memes. Yeah. I've seen that today already. Not that one, but yeah. I sent you guys a link when we were ready to move on to the next topic, but I feel as if we have to talk about it because it is North Dakota that is doing it. So
what's that?
The gay marriage thing that came out the other day that they're looking to try and
go into the House, right, for a vote.
Yep, and everybody is outraged, which I find it pretty crazy. Like, how are you going to try and do something like that now? I guess since it is North Dakota, maybe they have a better chance of it passing, but it's not right. It's definitely not a good call, not a good play at all.
Yeah. Should we read this, John?
Yeah, I think so. I'm going to start here. So this is the story. This is Liz Wheeler. I have no idea who she is.
She's another online journalist.
Okay. So she says, President Trump and AG Pam Bondi committed to releasing the Epstein files. The FBI was told to deliver the files to Bondi. They did, about 200 pages. Bondi smelled a rat because there was nothing juicy in the 200 pages, just flight logs and a Rolodex of phone numbers, no smoking gun. Still, Bondi promised to release the documents, so she prepared a binder of them. Then, last night, a whistleblower contacted Bondi and revealed that the SDNY was hiding potentially thousands of Epstein files, defying Bondi's order to give them all to her. We're talking recordings, evidence, etc., the juicy stuff, names. These swamp creatures at SDNY deceived Bondi, Cash, and you. Be outraged that the binder is boring. You should be because the evil deep state lied to your face. The binder is powerful because it's tangible physical evidence of the disgusting stunt of the SDNY tried to pull. The legacy media has betrayed you again and again and again. They lie to you. They smear you. They gaslight you. They deserve no special access to real-time exposure of corruption because they played a role in covering it up in the first place. You are the media, Elon said. And yes, we are. So celebrate the regular people are being given access to the most powerful people in our country to report on despicable corruption as it's being uncovered in real time. And be very, very angry that deep state agents in the swamp at the SDNY are at this very moment defying President Trump and AG Bondi, and you voted him into office, lying and hiding the truth about Jeffrey Epstein because they don't want their own corruption and weaponization of government exposed. That's the story. Now, in response to this, Ian Carroll says, don't blindly believe Liz, but this sums up what seems to be happening right now. Unless Bondi or Cash are compromised, then it's a whole different story. But anyone who understands the story should have expected this to get far dirtier than this. This is the most powerful criminal organization in the world with untold leverage over a huge portion of our government. They will fight to their last breath to prevent full release. They will do false flag terror attacks to prevent full release. I personally believe they would sooner set off a suitcase nuke in D.C. than allow full release. The downstream effects of full release of this story could lead to the end of Israel 10 years down the line. Think about what they're willing to do to prevent that. And to clarify, I'm not saying Israel is that transnational criminal organization. I'm saying that Israel's deep state are deeply in bed with it and responsible for a huge portion of the blackmail and trafficking networks involved. But exposure of the part they've played will tear down Israel's fake ally status with the U.S. And once that happens, who knows?
Interesting.
That's probably the most level-headed statement he's made. I mean, he's very extreme against Israel usually and pretty, implicating in the statements he makes. But that was like a very logical and reasonable statement.
See, that's where I come in. I think that Israel has the deep state just like we do.
That's what he's saying.
And I think that
they outplayed us.
I don't know if they're going back and forth, like who can do what, or if they're working together. It's.
But
really hard to say.
Ghislaine Maxwell's dad was of the Mossad,
yeah.
right?
Yep.
And he was buried in a very highly regarded place in Israel as a result of his allegiance.
That the CIA would know nothing about Jeffrey Epstein,
right?
Without being involved.
But isn't the CIA and the Mossad the same damn people essentially? Just we call them two different things, but they all work together anyway.
It's a good question.
It's just like how they call, hating Jews anti-Semitism, but hating black people racism. They don't want them to be comparable. They don't want them to be associated because then everything that they want to do for the Jews, blacks and browns and other unfortunate races could be like, hey, yeah, us too. But they're like, no, it's not the same. This is ours.
I mean, the deep state is probably just one of the same, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I mean by it.
Yeah.
They have a deep state, but yeah, it's the same as ours. And hence why Epstein compromised all these people on behalf of them. He was one of their guys. And who knows if he's even really dead, let's be real,
His brother doesn't think so.
Huh?
His brother doesn't think so.
Really?
Was he the one that did the ear thing?
His brother said that's not his body.
Yeah.
He did the ear thing? Who sent that earlier today?
I saw that. It wasn't me who sent it.
No one sent it? Oh, that was, I didn't like that. I was
Yeah.
like, that doesn't seem realistic. Looks
you
like
mean?
they just made their own lines in his ears
Oh.
because it was so far away and then zoomed in.
Everything
But,
is so suspicious. It's so hard to be a conspiracy theorist right now, bro.
But you got to remember when he supposedly killed himself, the cameras went out,
Yeah.
the guards fell asleep, and he hung himself in his cell when he was on suicide watch.
But prior to that, didn't they let him go make a phone call in the showers privately to reach out to somebody and talk about some nonsense? I can't remember what the details of it were, but yeah, I heard that prior to him doing that, they allowed him to get on a phone call in the showers and have a private conversation of some sort. So
Yeah, I don't think.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We didn't get what we were looking for today, that's for sure. And it's unfortunate because it looks bad. And so I'm gonna chalk this one up as the first strike for Trump administration, man.
How many strikes does he get?
3 and you're out.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
That's it.
After 3 strikes, bro, you lost my support.
That's not very many. He only has
That's how the
two more
game's
over-
played, bro. The
over
game
4 years.
The game is 3 strikes and you're out.
Can he
bro.
redeem the strike by really?
Yeah, maybe if something
There's gotta
happens,
be a
yeah.
way, 'cause
there's
he's
way
getting
to
2 more
redeem for
strikes.
sure. I agree. Yeah, you can get some redemption.
Yeah.
It'd have to be like very real, transparent, and like it'd have to be one hell of an offering. You know what I mean?
There's definitely going to be 2 more strikes in the next 4 years. I'll tell you that right now.
But at this high level is what I'm referring
yeah,
to. You know what
I
I mean?
guarantee it.
Like I'm sure he'll make typical, clerical and administrative mistakes. I'm talking at this level, like deceit, and deception and fumbling when you acted as if though you had the greatest assets in motion, in play. These people, you look at the confirmation hearings, bro. These people were ridiculed. They were like literally destroyed by the left at every angle they turned, yet they still got voted in. It kind of looks like a really good setup now that things are going south. Before, it just looked like it was an uphill battle and we had to overcome, and we overcame it one by one. Every single person overcame it and got confirmed. Fuck, awesome. We're winning, guys. We're winning. Now it's like, shit. This was all a setup. So we'll see. Because I find it hard to believe that these people don't know how to do their jobs when they acted so damn hardcore about the way they were going to handle their jobs. And now they've all collectively have dropped the ball on their first big initiative, the one that they promised day one was going to happen. Didn't happen day one, first of all. And now they've done this complete fuckery.
I don't know why she would.
It makes no sense that she would release it. They
that.
should have been like, we're not releasing it because they're fucking playing games with us. Yeah. This is absolute bullshit. It's not the smoking gun we were looking for. It's everything you've already seen. And we need to send Kash Patel in there to go make heads roll. Period. That's what they should have done. Instead, they're like, we wanted to make sure that we followed Trump's directive and got these out, so we made these binders and we called in the influencers and acted like we were giving them some gold, and they all went outside in front of the White House for a photo op and held these binders up and acted as if though they had it in their hands, and then they gave us the link, and then no one could get into the link, and then we find out, oh man, yeah, there's nothing there. It's like, what a big show that was for knowing in advance there was nothing there prior to making the damn binders. They should have never called these influencers in and told them, you're the media now, you get these first, because that's gaslighting.
Yeah.
That's complete gaslighting, bro. These people came out on the front lawn of the White House and held up these binders to the media and were like, check this out, look what we got, knowing damn well that they got nothing, bro. And then they're posting similar, statements on social media. Like, it's sus, bro. It's sus. And it doesn't look good. It looks like they're one of them. And yeah, I'm anti all that.
They're probably.
That's the other thing is like,
Are they Jews?
Every single one of them confessed their allegiance to Israel prior to getting into office. Unlike in a way that the Biden admin did not.
Oh yeah, they were definitely in the pocket.
Why they didn't profess their allegiance like this administration has.
They just sent them all the money.
They sent them money.
Sure, yeah, sure, maybe,
maybe,
but they didn't confess no allegiance. These people have all said the greatest thing before America is Israel. Zionism comes before Americanism.
Who said that?
Everyone says that stuff.
Who's that?
Okay, Bongino, Hegseth, they've all confessed their love for Israel.
Yeah, but they never said over America.
Okay. But they say it first, and then they say Americanism after. And Hegseth did say Zionism should be
our main focus,
and should be treated the same way Americanism is looked at, or some nonsense like that. And Dan Bongino, she asked, what is your greatest, what do you hold closest to your heart, or something like that? And he says Israel, not America, not American politics.
That video was old,
not
too, though.
What does age matter of that video?
Well, I'm just saying.
He's still him.
Yeah, I'm just saying that video is old.
He got you there.
Well,
I do.
So there's a time limit on.
No, but I'm just saying, like, we're talking about like current events here. Like, if we saw that video prior to the whole Gaza thing, we wouldn't have batted an eye. You wouldn't have even cared. The reason why
because we were unaware.
The reason why you care now is because everything in the news is about Jews.
Yeah, but we were unaware. We were uninformed. Of course, we didn't care. We didn't know what to think about it. We were completely uninformed.
Uninformed of
everything that's going on.
It's been about Jews for a while. I'm gonna be honest. It's been about Jews since they came out of the tunnels. Yeah,
the Jews have been being exiled from nations for centuries, bro. For centuries.
Not really,
because of their efforts to try to take control and take over different nations and areas and regions. Yeah,
I looked.
Bro, it goes so much deeper than that. Even if you look in the right places,
we're talking about thousands of years.
Yeah,
and it wasn't because of what you think. It was because a lot of the times back then, Jews were in charge of taxes and money lending.
Yeah,
and the kings didn't want to pay back the taxes or get their money back or give them money. So they, instead of paying their taxes, they just kicked them out. So they didn't have to pay up.
Interesting. That was a long time ago, though.
I'm just saying.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Out. Don't have to pay your taxes.
but the excuse that everyone uses is Christianity, and that we should all feel the same about the the promised land, and these are the people that God promised. But I did some digging into that, and that's actually not the case. It was prior to them hanging Jesus on the cross when he told the Israelites, if you do, you never will again.
Do what?
Kill him. It was in red, which is God's word in the Bible. So basically that's what they're saying, is that's interpreted as him telling the Israelites, the promises I made to you will be revoked. The land, what do they call them? The promised people or whatever, like none of that existed after they hung Jesus on the cross. All of that whole deal was broken.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not,
you've made the argument that that's why our government worships Israel. You're like, because they're Christians and, that's the promised land, but that's not the case according to the Bible.
I've never made that argument.
You said that one of the times that I brought that up when you were calling me an anti-Semite for asking questions.
No, I've never said anything about the Bible.
Yeah, you said, dude, Christianity.
I said what?
When I said, why do all of our government officials worship Israel? And you said they're Christians. It's because of Christianity.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you did. Oh, yeah, you did.
Show that to me.
Sure, what you mean? Like we recorded the whole thing.
It was in chat, right?
No, it was here in conversation on the show, but I think it was pre-recording when we were having a conversation.
I don't remember saying that. Yeah. Look, I'm just saying, if Bongino and Hegseth turn out to be everything that you say you are, again, you can cream me in the face.
Hey, and yeah, I don't plan on bringing whipped cream either. But again, let me just say this: I'm not convicting them over it. I want to know why, bro. I want a legitimate reasoning why we feel this way about Israel, because maybe I'll fall in line if you give me the right version of the understanding. But until I have that version of, that understanding, it looks bad to me, bro. It looks like they held an allegiance to somebody who isn't America, and they're doing more for this nation than they are for America. And we've all seen the old videos of Bibi telling us, he staged 9/11 for us. He told us if we do this, and he knows for a fact Saddam's doing this and we need to go after him. And he staged the Iraq war. He led us there. He said the way that you win is you do this. And then we did it, bro. So he's been leading us, whether it be by manipulation or just pure control. He's been leading the directive for the United States for a very, very long time, this guy. Well, and there's lots of video evidence of that. So it looks bad when we have that kind of an allegiance to somebody that you can see clear as day on video evidence over the time, since who knows how far back. He's been kind of controlling our narrative, and we've been playing into his hand.
Maybe that Bongino and Hegseth and those guys are misled.
That's a good argument. Maybe they are. In any case, you would think they'd have been vetted better.
I don't know.
If they're misled and they say things like that, like their allegiance to Zionism in Israel,
there should be a red flag.
Why didn't Trump or anybody in his administration go, oh, those guys might be a little sus, sir? They love Israel more than they love America. And I like Bongino, don't get me wrong. But until recently, when they showed him, I've never seen the video of him saying that Israel is the thing he holds dearest to his heart. I've never seen that video. I've watched all of his podcasts. I used to, during the 2020, all that stuff, I was watching because he was a hit. That was when he blew up and he was talking all the good stuff, bro. And mad conspiracy theorists. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and he was believable because he has the connections. He's been involved in high levels of government and, FBI and all this stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, this is a good dude. And then when they pick him for this position, all of a sudden everyone starts going, no, he's not good either. Look. And they start sharing this stuff. And I seen that video and I was like, whoa, I never knew that about Dan. I never knew he was, he held allegiance to him, which is weird because so does Hegseth and so does Kash Patel, I'm pretty sure. And all of these people do, bro, which is, I just want to know why. I'm not against it yet. I'm not anti it yet until I have the proper explanation or understanding. Right now, it's all just conspiracy theory to me, but it's confusing me because that whole Christianity argument doesn't work anymore. So what's the reason? That's all I want to know.
I'm going to go ahead and say that we're not going to get any of this information, and
for sure
we're just going to get just drug along. I fully believe it. I don't see a world where it will be okay for them to release the information that they have non-redacted. Like that's going to incriminate.
Yeah, I'll say if Israel's as powerful as I'm speculating people are saying they are, then the entire world's in on it, bro.
Yeah,
and they're not going to just let little old America call the shot and be anti all that stuff all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Unless the entire world has decided to stand up against it. I don't know. I'm just
Well,
saying.
and then our CIA as well. They're in on it as well. So it's like, well, now we have a whole.
And man, we could be so wrong across the board. We don't know jack. The whole point of what we do here is just to talk our shit. But we could all be wrong as fuck and completely missing the point. Or they could be showing us what they want us to see for our own protection and making things look a certain way because they do have a mission and they don't want no one to fumble the bag for them. You know, like there's so many different ways you could look at this, bro, as a conspiracy theorist with no factual evidence. But yeah.
The one thing I find weird, like Cody said, and Cody said it clear as day, is like, why aren't they headed to New York right now?
Right.
And maybe they are. I mean, maybe they've been.
But they should be there already.
I know.
And they should be being transparent about it.
No, I mean, not saying it before they're there, but you should be there already, and you should already have everything.
When they agreed that they were going to drop these files and they were getting the information together, did they actually, like, because this is stupidity to me, did they actually just shoot an email over there and say, hey, guys, round up all the documents and send them to Pam. We need to get those on her desk by Monday. You know what I mean? And they're just like, yes, sir, right away. And then he was just like, this job is cake, and just left it at that. Why didn't he show up and be like, I heard all the files are here, and I want to make sure that every single one of them shows up in the manner they're supposed to show up, unredacted.
If I'm the person that delivered the 200, I'm out. Yeah. I'm piecing.
If I tell you day one promise, this is what's going to go down, and it's not going to be all the redacted stuff, and you guys are going to see stuff, and I'm telling you too, which blows my mind that she's like, yeah, there's really bad stuff on here.
She knows that,
but how did she know that if she didn't get any of it yet? Yeah. You know what I mean? So like it all looks sus, because if I tell you that, I'm also going to follow through with making sure I deliver exactly what I told you I was going to deliver, because I don't want to look stupid, and I certainly don't want to make Trump look stupid or for Trump to be mad at me for my first big mistake as AG. So I'm going to go and make things happen the way they're supposed to happen. I'm not just going to shoot an email and then wait for somebody to fucking file text me all these things that I can put them in a binder and give to social media influencers as the new news media, knowing there's nothing in there for them, but letting them play the whole charade out, bro.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that she's seen the unredacted version of the 200 pages.
Okay,
so
but
how?
She has the documents, right? She's saying she has the documents. She's seen all this crazy stuff that's in there.
Why didn't she release
And we
them?
want to release it. Yeah. But she only got these 200 files. Why is it she only received 200 files and that's what she released, even though she's seen and has had the other documents in her hand?
That means she's had possession of these links or these files at some point and probably still does, but now she's playing dumb. It's like, well, I emailed Cash and told him he needs to head over there and figure some things out because they're playing us. Instead of being like, well, okay, you guys want to play games? I've been had this.
Yeah.
I'll release it. Here's the link.
That is even more suspect now that we're putting it together. Is she says she's seen it. She sends out these 200 pages that don't have anything on them.
Because that's what they sent her.
She says, we have to protect these people, and this is all I got, and this is all they sent me. I'm really disappointed. Something's not right here. That doesn't add up now.
Unless when they originally sent them to her, they sent her one of those with a note that says, this message will self-destruct after you finish reading it.
Hold on. How do you know that she's seen the rest of them?
How does she know what's on it?
How does she know what's on it? Exactly. She said there's big stuff on here.
Yeah. She said I fully expect people to be arrested and prosecuted, and there's going to be things in here that are really, really bad. And she even, at one point, she said there in the JFK situation, there's 2 shooters. And when this stuff comes out, people are
talking about Anna Polina or Pam Bondi.
Either of them, all of them, bro. Because everyone's acting like they seen it.
That was a different one. But the one that was sent this morning was her talking, the one talking about Epstein.
Yeah.
She said all of that. That's when she mentioned there's 250 plus people, or 250.
Talk about on Jesse Waters.
Yep. She said there's 250 plus people that we're trying to protect, but she was talking about how all the information is so crazy and that it's going to be a shock to everyone. And then now we're getting the information that she only got these 200 pages and that there's nothing big on there.
Right. My question is, don't you think the 200 pages she's seen, there's shit in there that's unredacted that she's seen?
How and where?
But then why isn't it released?
I don't know. That's the thing.
That's the suspect part.
What I think is that they redacted it and then released it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm just speculating.
I don't know. We're in a not good spot here today. That's for sure. But I'm sure
we just acknowledge how much of a baddie she is for being 60.
She's 60?
She's 60 years old?
Yeah, okay, that's crazy. I didn't know that. She don't look 60 at all. I thought she was young.
Yeah, I think she's like, I want to say either
Go ahead, Pam.
58 or 60.
We see you,
Pretty
girl.
close.
That's crazy.
Anyways,
In case we got a nothing burger for the day.
it's probably all just Mossad agents running the world.
Yeah.
Better bring that cream pie, John.
Get ready. The cream pie is here, bro. You just say when.
When you texted that the other day, I just started
Dion was
laughing
like,
so
"Whoa."
hard.
And he said you could cream pie my face, didn't he? It wasn't even casual, bro. He went full rated R with it. All right, well, we'll end it on that note. Nothing burger. Hashtag nothing burger. That's what we got today, man. So hopefully they say over the next couple of days there's going to be more coming out. We'll see if that really happens. I wouldn't be opposed to getting in here earlier on another day. If there's something that does pop, we can just make a call to meet up and knock something out.
Mhm.
I'd be down, even if it's over the weekend, man. I'm game. So
Yeah.
if it doesn't work for all of us, that's fine. We'll figure it out where it does. But I'm totally down with that because I want to be on top of this for sure. Cool.
Good deal.
All right, everybody. Appreciate you guys checking us out. Real quick, our new decorations. It's Mardi Gras. So if anybody wants to get some beads and come on the show, Cody said he's down.
He said he's
All right, for real though. Thanks for checking us out, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share the channel, tell your friends about us. Don't tell your friends about us. Talk good, talk bad. It does not really matter as long as you are talking about us. Peace.